Hi everybody, and we're back from our holiday break with Hearts of Madness, and then Beneath the Tide tonight, because Beneath the Tide is picked up in a very good way, and I'm excited. And then tomorrow, we're back with our second episode of our Curse of Strahd sequel, Shadows over Ravenloft, which that is just having things happen too. In terms of announcements, though, there isn't many. We have one, and then we can get right to it. If you check us out on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, you'll find my mix of Monstrosities. You can check us out on there, and you can look at Demystifying DMing, and check out those episodes of Sam's Dungeon Master tip show, basically. I don't have any updates about the show, because Sam is still kind of away on holidays. But I'll message him after this, and if there's an announcement to make during Beneath the Tide for it, we'll see, because I don't think he's going to be doing Beneath the Tide as well. So yeah, in terms of that, check us out on your podcast stuff. Give us likes, give us ratings, download us, tell your friends, because I would like to do more with it. And after ingesting a lot of Star Wars content, I really want to run a Star Wars game on the channel at some point. And who knows, maybe that'll all be podcast stuff only. So without further ado, let us get into... Oh, yes, there are announcements. Holy shit. Unfortunately, Jeremy, who was playing Menchu in this, he was also playing, and I'm having a brain fart, Tate Ice Rider in Descended to Avernus, had to drop out of those two games. However, you can still see his friendly face in our Curse of Strahd sequel. So that means, starting probably tonight, we're going to be, after all these games, and after I have some time to relax, we're going to be doing open applications again for this campaign, but also Descended to Avernus, because we need to fill out another slot in Descended to Avernus. So if you want to play in either of these, keep an eye out on the applications, and if you have friends who you think would be a good fit, contact them. Ideally, it's 2020 now, so Happy New Year, everybody. I want to make the channel a little bit more inclusive this year. That's the goal. So, we'll see how we can do with that this year.
Druids welcome.
Yes. So yeah, those are the announcements. It's our second year of streaming. We're going into our second year of streaming. We started last year in February, so I'm very excited to see where this all goes this year. We hit Twitch affiliate last year within like a couple weeks. Let's see what happens this year. But without further ado, the party have been in the settlement of Madhouse for a little bit now, and have been sent on a little quest by the Bleak Cabal to sort of figure out how to stop these maddening winds, but also to figure out, before all that, how a colony of Illithid have been in Bleak Cabal, living under the city, and how they got there, because there's no way for them to get there. So the party went out to do such reconnaissance. The culmination of said reconnaissance was Menchu, their goblin companion, getting kidnapped by an Illithid in the night. The party chased down the Illithid and entered the Illithid's colony underneath the settlement of Madhouse. And that is where they started delving into said colony, finding a lot of strange things, lots of experiments on humanoids, and some magical items in a very strange room. You guys did find Menchu. He was seemingly alive, but had been discovered that there was an intellect devourer living inside his head, unfortunately revealing that Menchu had been killed, and that and you kind of sussed that every creature in this massive pool of water, brine, where you found Menchu, the hundreds of creatures might have had intellect devourers in their brains, but there was something in the water eating these bodies. You never found out what that was, but maybe you will. After setting off an alarm in the magic artifact room, the party decided to make their only escape they could find out, which was a portal in a room called the Disposal Room. The party leapt into the portal and found themselves in the Astral Sea. And I've totally had a flib last session. You do not have threads on your body linking you back to where you came, because that's only via the astral projection spell that you get those threads. Mm. So, because in mechanic-wise, that's your spirit being in the Astral Sea. This is your full body and everything in the Astral Sea. So technically, it's a little bit safer than using astral projection. And that is where we're going to pick up. With the three of you floating in the void, with Keith, floating in the void that is the Astral Sea. You can see colors, shapes moving around, hunks of island moving around, rocks, other things just floating around in this strange place. And you get the sense to move around in the Astral Sea. Like, you guys try to move, and you can't. But Melody, you've read up on the Astral Sea a little bit, and you kind of get the sense to move in the Astral Sea, you have to think about what direction you want to go. And your body will just go that way. That's where we'll pick up.
Do we have Menchu or Menchu's body with us?
You do not. You guys left it behind.
All right.
You'll have to remind me, when you say it's a sea, it's not a physical, like, it's not water.
It's not
right?
water. It's just open. It's like, think like space.
Right.
But not dark and not deprived of oxygen. It is just color, and think like a kaleidoscope almost. Yeah. Like the Doctor, the Doctor Strange kind of like weird universe,
or like the quantum realm.
Yes, the quantum realm in Ant-Man. More like the quantum realm in Ant-Man. Yeah, there's no perceivable northeast, southwest. It's all just open space, floating rocks and floating hunks of nothingness almost.
So just like various debris going.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And you all are just floating in space.
Pretty much together.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see anything interesting other than a bunch of bodies?
Oh yeah, there are the bunch of bodies that are floating and that were disposed. You do see a massive mountain-sized hunk of rock floating about 600 paces ahead of you guys. It's just floating there, rolling around. You also see various circular pools of color in various kind of spaces. They're all on solid surfaces. Like on that massive mountain of rock, you see a purple color pool, and then others kind of dotting around this giant rock.
Well, good news and bad news, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good news is
we're alive.
We're alive.
Yeah.
That's good.
Bad news is we're in the astral plane.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. What do you know?
That's not
about
the
this?
worst of. It's not. Yeah. It's not. It's a mix. Yeah. I guess we'll see.
I don't know much about the astral plane. Is there any way to get back?
Melody, you would know the way back is through the color pools that you can see. Those are basically gateways to other planes.
Well, I believe each of these little pools that you see around, they be like little connections to other realms. And Melody just starts to like think, and he's noticing a bunch of different colors.
Yeah, on that, like on the various pieces of land, like rock floating around, you see different colors, like too many to count.
Okay.
You would see immediately near you, though. You see like on the nearest floating piece of rock, it's about the size of a large house. You see a color pool that is silver, one that is emerald green, and one that is spiraling black.
And those are the three closest to us.
Mhm.
Like if Auggan turns around and looks to see where they came from, would it be one of these? But
No,
don't know which
you do not see where you came from.
Not that I would want to go back to where we came from.
Yeah.
But on that large island or mountain-sized hunk of rock floating about 600 paces ahead of you guys, that's where you see more of these color pools, kind of just speckling it like blemishes.
Are these colored pools? Are they like? Do the colors align with like how different schools of magic have a different color when you do use detect magic? Or can Melody know what the colors mean?
I would say give me an Arcana check.
Arcana, okay.
Arcana or history, however you want to think how Melody would have figured this out, by reading or through just magical knowledge.
Auggan's just
2020.
like flailing his arms around,
Yeah.
trying to see if he can swim or fly or anything. Nothing's really.
No, you're just kind of like moving around in this singular pocket of space that you're in, not really going in any direction.
kind of spinning around and
Yes.
flipping and
Flailing.
it's just like,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden, Auggan is now spinning and can't seem to stop because
Okay.
Mhm.
inertia, you know.
Here we go. How's what is that? 17.
17. You would know some of the color pools and where they lead, not all of them.
Okay. All right.
You would know the prime material plane is silver. You'd probably know the
Okay.
Feywild is emerald green. You would know the Shadowfell is the spiraling black one. Let's see. And you summon demons in your time, so I would say you would also know that ruby, the ruby color pool, is the 9 hells, and the abyss is amethyst. But you would not know what the other ones were. Where does Willie come from?
I believe the Feywild.
So you would know that, yeah. Feywild, emerald green.
Okay.
What did you say the black one was?
Spiraling black is the Shadowfell.
Shit.
But there are two kinds of black color pools that you can see. One is spiraling, and then you can see just a solid, cold, ebony-like black on that large mountain-like structure.
All right. All right, everyone. So,
Melody, stop me, please. As I'm spinning.
oh,
Am I close to him?
You guys don't. It seems like you might not know. Here, and Melody will just kind of swoop over and like touch each of them.
Mhm.
Be like, movement here is a little different. Turns out I'm probably gonna be the mode of transportation. I think. You just move by thinking in a certain direction, and how quickly you can think is how quickly you can move.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah,
Just floating.
Yeah, it if you're not focused, you'll kind of move very haphazardly.
Oh,
Like
okay.
if you're thinking one direction, but then you see something and your mind just thinks for a split second about going in that direction, you will go in that direction. So you
Oh.
got to stay focused.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to
It's
try
a
to
little
do it.
tricky.
I want to try to do like a somersault just to see if I can.
You think of doing
do
a
it.
somersault, and you do a somersault.
Hey, look! I figured it out.
Yeah, Auggan's going to stop himself. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. So where do you
Getting
think?
dizzy.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh.
Well, based on some of my knowledge, I'm inclined to think that we got a couple options here. At least based on what I'm seeing around us, we've got. I know the black one's probably going to go to Shadowfell, right? And when I summon some demons and devils, they're either come from a like purple haze or a reddish ruby haze. So I think them red ones might lead to the Nine Hells, and them purple ones would lead to the Abyss. Now, when I summon Willie, when he pops into existence, there's usually a green haze around him. So the green ones will probably go to the Feywild.
Oh.
That said, I believe the silver ones might get us back to the prime material.
Oh, so we could go home if we wanted then.
Yeah. But one of the big problems here is I don't know which one would get us back to the Pandemonium.
Yeah.
Do we want to go back to Pandemonium?
We do have a lot of little things we're trying to get from them, and there are people that are kind of relying on us.
I mean, it would be a shame to let them down. But I don't know. I'm not sure. It's not really a very nice place to be either. So, I don't know. We have some considering to do, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's if we even see a silver portal. So,
right.
I guess we'll make that decision.
Oh, we haven't seen one?
Well, I thought he said there was one right there.
Yeah. The closest floating rock of island, like the smaller one, had silver, black, and emerald green.
Oh.
And then the big mountain-sized hunk of rock had hundreds of these pools on it.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, we could also use this, this is kind of an opportunity that we might never get again. We might want to explore, go to the Feywild maybe or something fun.
What was
Keith,
that?
did you eat something that...
Nope. Nope. You all heard that too?
Yeah, what was that?
I rolled what I fucking needed for that encounter. He looks around, he doesn't see anything, and you guys kind of see not much of anything right now, but you see that mountain-sized piece of rock look like it gets hit a little bit, and it nudges a little bit in space.
Towards us or sideways?
Almost like it's being pushed out of the way.
That's odd.
Keith, you know anything about this?
Nope.
All right. Well, hold on, everyone.
To what?
Hold on to me.
Okay.
And
Are you wearing
Melody's
a cloak? You're wearing a cloak, right?
I am wearing the Cloak of Flying. Haven't used it, but it's there.
I'm just going to kind of grab a handful of that. Holding on.
All right.
Grab him wherever.
And Melody is going to use his 60 feet of movement and start heading towards the... you said that there was a small, closer island and then a big...
Yeah, the big
island,
mountain-sized hunk of rock is about 600 paces to the head of you. The smaller one is about 400 to your right.
All right. We'll start heading towards the smaller one.
All right, you just start falling to the right, because that is how movement is described in the Astral Sea, as if it's falling.
Yeah. Whoosh. So it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
that kind of falling sensation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the worst.
Like you're in a dream. Yeah. Just
Like
and yeah,
being... That's horrible.
Keith
Yeah.
is just gonna go. He's gonna think really hard and then start falling in your direction.
All right, cool.
Melody, do we know that if the silver ones lead to the prime material plane, do we know where on the material
Absolutely not.
plane?
It will
We should go to the middle of the
most
ocean.
likely. Yeah, it's most likely random, and we'll need to figure out what we do afterwards.
So any of them would be random to wherever, like the green random in the Feywild.
I mean, like most things, there may be some alignment. Like if you create a portal in the Feywild, and then you create a portal on the other side of the Feywild, and they're both like planar portals. The distances are a little different, but you can kind of guess where you will be when you get back to the prime material. So like there is a method, but if you're not keen on the method, it will seem like randomness and chaos.
Okay,
And I am
don't
not
understand.
familiar with the method. Yeah. I am not familiar with the astral plane's method of depository. So it will most definitely be random. But I imagine the closest portal that takes us back to Pandemonium should leave us close to Madhouse. At least, the closest from this position would probably get us the closest to Madhouse.
Okay.
You really want to go back there?
The problem with that is close to where we were was a pretty bad place.
Yeah.
Especially if it's random.
But it was stuff that we knew. Like we had.
Well, but not in that specific. You know what I mean? Like we could end up in their throne room or just beside the Elder Brain or wherever.
Well, I'm inclined to think that Illithid encampment was not actually in Pandemonium.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think of that.
But I could be wrong.
What is that noise?
Yeah.
And in the distance, on that giant rock-shaped mountain, you see what looks like a crab claw kind of curling around it.
Uh-oh.
Big?
Very big.
Big enough to wrap around a mountain? That's pretty big.
It's Titan-sized.
Pretty big.
Don't think about going in that direction, fellas.
Tell us not to think about it.
Immediately start drifting off in that direction.
No. Yeah, don't. That thing so large. We are so tiny. Hopefully, it will not think of us as anything more than ants.
It doesn't look like it's noticed us at all, has it?
I don't know.
Okay.
And it does kind of like pull its head out from behind the mountain, and you see this large sort of head with weird kind of spines sticking out of the top, one singular eye under a very thick browed ridge, and a very large gaping maw and a worm-like, snake-like body that's kind of coiling around the rock at this point, looking around. And it has another crab-like arm on its other side. And it's just looking around.
Oh boy. Yeah, let's not go there.
So the mountain, is the mountain the only place that has those colors? Or
No, there's a smaller rock formation
Okay.
floating near
Yeah,
you guys.
Melody's been taking everybody to the other one, the smaller one.
Okay.
That was closer. So, by the way, how close are we to it now? Are we getting a view of
I'd say-
the arrangement?
I'd say you're definitely like, at this point, because you've been floating and talking, within like 30 feet.
Oh,
All right.
And the thing is still like looking around at the big hunk of rock. It does turn its attention to all of you as you guys are floating. And then it just sort of like opens up its mouth and swallows about 45 bodies at once that are just floating around. And then it just kind of hunkers behind the rock again, and then you don't see it again. That would have been a
these
fun encounter.
bodies that it ate, were they like floating or were they on the rock?
Just floating around the rock.
Like Saturn.
And it ate like, yeah, and it ate like 45 of them in one. It ate 45 of those bodies in like one gulp.
Are these bodies all like humanoid? Or
Yes, mostly.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're about 20, 15 feet away now from that smaller rock.
Cool. Do we get what are the? Sorry, I'm taking notes here, so I don't have to ask again. But what colors do we see on this rock?
On the one side that you're facing, you can see silver, emerald green, and spiraling black. But you can tell there are other colors on the other sides.
All right, silver, emerald, and black. Okay.
Spiraling black.
Oh.
Yeah, you said there was a different kind of black too.
So is that the which one does Melody know is the shadow spell? Right?
Spiraling black.
Okay. All right. Definitely do not want to go there.
And the closer you get, you see that it's a square, it's a cube-shaped rock. So the pools are on each cube face. There looks like there might be 3 pools on each cube face.
6-sided, like a cube, you said?
Yes.
So like 18...
18 color pools in total on this thing.
All different, or can't tell, probably?
Not from where you are. You can only see the 3 that you're looking at face on. You get the idea these are very wispy, very thin, so you can't see them unless you're looking right at them.
Right. Let's have a look around this thing, yeah. See what we got.
All right. Which side do you want to look at next?
Melody will try to, if everybody's still hanging on, he'll try to just get to the opposite side of the big crabby guy.
He's disappeared. The crabby guy's disappeared now. You can't see him anymore.
Yeah, but he's still just trying to put something else in between them, just for safety's sake.
On the other side, you kind of float over. You see a shining white color pool.
Okay.
A cold ebony color pool. And a spiraling white color pool.
Okay. All right.
Do you know where they lead?
These ones I haven't a clue. How does ebony differ from black?
It's not spiraling.
It's not spiraling. And it looks like ebony, like the material. In terms of like color and sheen.
Okay.
It's very
So
it's
like
glossy. It's glossy.
Okay. All right. Cool. It's not like a matte black.
No, it's like a glossy black.
Cool. Okay, cool. Just gonna... Let's see, black. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about these ones. And he'll just kind of look underneath as well.
Alright. Underneath, you see jet black.
They're black.
Sounds bad.
Yeah, you see jet black. You see gold and diamond.
Diamond?
So that one's just kind of almost prismatic.
Like brilliant, yeah.
Dang. Wonder where all these ones go.
So many choices.
Oh boy.
I don't know what the pandemonium would even be.
Yeah, me neither. This all looks very dangerous. And I guess he'll spend the next bit like going around this and trying to collect
All right. So I believe
just the data on what all these are.
there are 3 more sides you haven't looked at. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So the other ones you would have. I need to figure this out. There's 9 more colors left.
Okay.
Those would be sapphire, indigo, magenta, amethyst.
We already did amethyst. That's the abyss.
No, we hadn't.
You guys hadn't seen an abyss thing yet. Abyss. So yeah, amethyst, olive green. Where am I?
Magenta, olive green.
Yes.
and sapphire.
Rust colored.
So like a kind of matte brown,
Yeah.
orange.
Yeah, yeah.
Brown.
Russet colored, so very similar to rust. Ruby.
Like a potato.
Yep, there's ruby. Then there's flame. It's kind of like flames almost.
Dang.
Okay. Opal.
Okay.
Oh.
And the last one is gold.
You said
Oh, we saw gold.
Oh, I
with
said
jet
gold, that's
black
right.
And diamond.
Amber.
Okay. Amber. So we've got on one side we've got silver emerald and spiraling black.
Mhm.
Another side we've got white ebony and spiraling white.
Mm-hmm.
Another side we've got jet black, gold, diamond.
Yes.
And the next one's sapphire, indigo, magenta.
Mhm.
And the one after that is amethyst, olive, and rust.
Yep.
The one after that is russet, ruby, flame.
Mhm.
And the one after that only has 2, and that's opal and amber.
Oh, only 2? Okay, so there's one more then.
I've got 20 colors here.
Did you get?
4, 5, 6,
Did you get?
10,
I
11, 12.
don't remember what I said already. I said russet, rust, ruby, flame, olive, amethyst, magenta, jet, indigo, sapphire. Did I say opal? Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I'll
Amber,
I connect them.
gold, diamond, spiraling black, spiraling white, shining white, and cold
There we
ebony.
go. Those are the ones that I have written down.
Silver, amber, amethyst.
And I have them separated in the chunks of 3.
Okay. Sorry, chat. There's a lot to go over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 20 colors.
Okay. Okay, yeah, there is one more. Sorry. It is leather brown.
Ooh, okay.
Pretty specific. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a very leathery material.
Interesting.
That's 21.
All right,
Mhm.
there we go. Leather. There. All right. So if you guys, for your guys' reference, I just posted it in our Discord chat. All
Perfect.
the sides. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh boy, there's a lot of options here. I don't know.
Some of them are quite pretty.
Yeah, that diamond and opal definitely spectral
Yeah.
for sure.
And the gold. Wonder what that is.
Haven't a clue. Not quite sure how we can decipher it. Hey, Keith.
Yeah.
You got anything on this?
No.
Please.
If we have our familiars out, we can only see what they're seeing as long as it's on the same plane, correct?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Just want to be sure.
how can we figure this out?
You said you know some of them, right?
I do.
The silver is material.
I mean, if we do really want to go back to the prime material, we can just hop in that silver one and get going.
Yeah, the only issue is we don't know where we're going to end up no matter what one we go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of a problem of any of the ones we take. So it would kind of be better to end up in a random place in the material plane than it would be in like hell or something.
I agree.
Yeah.
Although personally, I think a trip to the Feywild would be really fun. But
It's not exactly a fun place.
is it not?
Yeah.
I've never been there before.
No, it's a lot of tricky Fey that want to pull pranks on you, maybe unknowingly get you into contracts for your soul and stuff. How am I regaining all these memories and knowledge, Melody? I don't know how I remembered that.
Oh.
I keep remembering things, yeah.
Well, keep it coming, buddy.
It's probably a good thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, right. I would say, Rylie, that I did summon a unicorn for you at one time, but actual unicorns are kind of assholes.
Oh.
Based on what
I mean,
I've
that's
read.
probably true. I just thought it would be cool to, see my my patron in person. But that's okay. We could go to the prime material plane. That would be cool too. That would be fun too. Go back home.
Yeah.
But think of all the knowledge that we could gain going through one we don't know.
Yeah, that's
It would be a bit of an
I was
adventure.
thinking there, Keith. Because if we go through one of them,
Yeah, we could figure out. Maybe it'll help us figure out how Illithid got here as well.
Good.
Maybe they're kind of using this as a gateway of sense. I don't know.
So, of the ones that we know,
Mhm.
so if we take the ones we know,
Mm-hmm.
and there's 21 of these, correct?
Correct.
All right. So there's 21, and I know 5 of them.
Mhm.
That leaves 16.
Yeah.
So if I roll 2d8s, we'll get one of these random ones
Sure.
that I don't know. We
Okay.
just need to assign a number to them, or I'll just go
Get on the list.
go down the list.
Oh God.
What do you guys think?
Follow you.
Well,
Yeah. Whatever.
yeah, I guess we trust you.
Oh no, do not trust me on this. This is not a matter of a knowledgeable decision in any way other than my own curiosity.
I mean,
and
it's
my
either-
curiosities have gotten many an adventurer killed.
I mean, it's either this or get eaten by whatever that thing was.
Yeah.
That dreadnought.
That's true.
It was like a dreadnought. So big, I'm going to call it a dreadnought.
So do we want to go with the safe decision or
Nah.
Keith, shut up.
I kind of, I kind of do think it would be neat to try a different one. I don't know. What do you think, Auggan?
I follow Melody.
Okay.
Right, here we go. One, two, three. I already know spiraling black, so we're not doing that. I already know emeralds, so we're not doing that. 1, 2, 3. Spiraling white.
Spiraling
Spiraling
white. Oh, sorry. Yeah, spiraling white. Sorry, I was reading the wrong one. Spiraling white. Is that the one you're going through?
That's Melody's eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Okay.
And that's where the dice have told him.
Okay.
Spiraling white sounds good enough.
I mean, I don't know. That's just,
We'll see.
that's just it. There's no indications. There's nothing leading us in any sort of direction.
Well, as long
so
as it's not the one that's
dice.
flames.
Yeah. Oh boy, or one of the black ones. Who knows?
Yeah, one of the like jet black. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Justin.
No.
I imagine like there's no way to prep for any of this.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm so excited. Whatever you guys choose, I'm excited. Either way.
I thought we just did.
You're going through.
Spiraling
Are
Light.
you going?
I think
But
we're
you're
not doing
100% going through it.
Spiraling
that was
Light.
the
We're
dice
following
before.
Melody.
All right, who's going first?
Melody.
He's pulling us, isn't he?
Yeah.
Unless you're pushing us.
But, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's go, everyone.
So we're all together anyway,
Yep.
right? Touching,
All right.
except for
So- You're all touching. You're all touching. As you guys move through this color pool, it feels like you're forcing yourself through a thin, soft membrane. Like it's not great.
Like when a soup kind of coagulates at the top.
It feels like
and
you're
you get
pushing
that
through something
film.
like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, delicious.
It's a good choice.
As soon as you guys force enough of yourself into this color pool, it feels like you break through said membrane, and you find yourselves in a very interesting place. It's dim, but not dim of with darkness, dim with a mist. And you just see figures drifting around in the mist. Nothing solid. Everything seems corporeal.
Is
Or
there
incorporeal.
is there ground?
There is.
Okay.
are we standing on it?
You are standing on it.
Oh,
And it looks
no
just
longer.
like dirt, or what's it look like? The ground.
It's almost
Ah.
like a cloud. It's like all foggy and stuff.
It's very foggy. You guys look down at your flesh,
Ooh.
and it's ethereal almost. So is your equipment.
Oh,
Ethereal.
Like glowing?
Like,
Or like not quite there?
not quite there. Not quite solid. Almost transparent.
Mm.
Ghostly.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You guys also notice you each have an aura radiating around you. And you get the idea. You might be in the ethereal plane.
Do our auras all look the same, or are they kind of like colored, or
They all look the same.
colors? Okay.
Mhm.
Now what?
Huh. Well, for a moment there, I thought I just killed us all, but
Well,
I think we're fine.
you sure? I looked down at my hands. I'm like, you sure you didn't?
How is the how are we on the ethereal plane? How does our speech work? Is there an audio? Like,
There
is
is.
there
There
a
is.
a sound?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Ghosts, when they speak, there's a sound. And this is where they're from, is the ethereal plane.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah, you get the idea? Ethereal plane, things are ethereal. This is the plane where ghosts go when they die.
Based on my experience, all of my cold spells will not work.
Probably not.
My axe works.
Your axe is also ethereal.
Yeah. Well, that might
Yeah,
be what's
you-
needed
Now
to
it's
hit
expensive.
ethereal.
You get the idea? Because you're living creatures in the ethereal plane, none of your physical attacks, weapons are going to harm anything here.
Can we? So we were holding on to each other when we passed through, but I imagine
Correct.
can't pass. I mean, we can't touch each other anymore. We're passing through each other now.
Yeah.
There isn't anything like is there a portal behind us that we can see?
No.
So, okay, so we're just here now.
Mhm.
Okay.
But you guys looted some very helpful equipment last session.
Ooh.
Whoever took that hollow ring from last session,
Oh right.
Oh, we should have looked at that when we were in.
upon
Astral
closer
plane.
inspection,
Forgot
upon
about
closer
that.
inspection, looking at that hollow ring, you see it has multiple gems around it, and each are a different color, almost like the different color pools. And then you get the idea you can use this little disc once per day to boop go somewhere else to a different plane.
That is awesome.
Does Rylie have that?
Yes.
Was I holding it, or was it in the bag of holding by now? I think I was.
Oh, it's in the bag. You were holding it. It wasn't. It was never put in the bag of holding. I don't think.
Okay, then I guess I'm
Melody
holding
has
it.
the bag. Yeah.
I'm holding a few things, aren't I? Where did I put? All
You have the
this?
mask.
So then, yeah, circle thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mystery
Are we able?
Jack.
Since we came into this place with certain items on us,
Yeah.
are those items considered us at this point? Like they'll move with us?
Yes.
and they-
Everything you have on you
Okay.
is also ethereal looking.
Okay. But so for instance, because Auggan came in with that axe and he's attuned to it or whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
he can still manipulate the axe, but if I grabbed for the axe, I'd pass right through it.
Correct.
Okay. So we can
Oh.
touch our own items, but nobody else can touch the items.
Correct.
Okay.
And you get the
Okay.
idea. You also, you notice there's no. Actually, sorry, there is no gravity here. So even though you are standing on ground, you get the idea you could just float in any direction you want. And you also get the idea you could, since you're technically in the ethereal plane, you can move through solid objects. But you get the idea it might require some sort of exertion because you are not native to this place. But you
So
also
we
get
can't swap any items. That sucks.
no, you can't hand things off to each other.
All right. Well, we did get a whole bunch of stuff from that
Oh yeah.
from the
yeah.
Illithids. I'm gonna take a look at what I got here.
Mhm.
And I imagine Melody got a whole bunch of components, but
Yes.
we never really figured out what they were. Didn't have time to. He just scooped them off of the table in there.
Yeah, I'm saying I'll say basically it's enough components to cast your spells for a considerable amount of time.
Oh, okay.
Like it was a lot of
So-
components that you just scooped up.
Okay. Okay. And we'll just figure out like a
Yes.
gold piece value at some
Yep.
point. Okay, cool.
I'll say like probably total worth of components. Off the top of my head, probably like 2,000 gold worth of components.
Okay. And we'll figure out that.
Yeah.
What that actually means
Mhm.
later.
Melody,
Yeah.
I found some interesting things with the Illithids. I don't know if you can sort of look at them while we're here, but if you want to, you might find them interesting.
Yeah, sure. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I have this circle thing with the colors, and I have this demon mask, and I have
That
this
circle
deck.
thing, that circle thing, is that some kind of prayer? Oh, wait, not those colors look familiar.
Oh yeah.
Huh. Sorry, you said mask?
Yeah, I have it looks like a demon. It's
Oh boy.
Show them. I haven't put it on yet. I kind of don't want to until I know what it does.
Yeah, sorry. And Melody will reach out to try and touch it.
You can't touch it.
Yeah, can't really identify that right now.
Oh. You haven't seen anything like it before, I suppose?
No, we'll give it a good hard look.
You've never seen
Thinking
anything like it
back,
before.
like-
No.
Okay.
Okay,
So
well,
yeah, so he very specifically doesn't notice it representing any demons or devils that he has knowledge of.
No.
Okay. Cool. Great.
okay, well, what about this this deck here?
You've never
Right.
seen that one either. But on the back of the card, I think I remember what I said. It was a skull encased in flame.
Don't but he definitely recognizes that it is probably a magic deck.
Oh, for sure.
Let's not
Oh.
mess around with that.
Oh, okay, we'll save that one for another time, I guess, and I'll put
decks,
it in my pocket.
Decks are kind of iffy.
Oh, okay,
it
that's
could be useful, but there is a lot of chaos in them little packages.
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay. I'll just keep it around, and maybe we'll find another a use for it when we can actually identify it.
Yeah, them are good finds, but probably dangerous ones.
Yeah, I guess I'll just put the mask. I don't know. I guess I would bag. I guess I'll put it in my bag.
Okay.
And
Melody, what would you say you're thinking about right now?
oh god.
Hmm.
In this moment, exactly.
Let's see.
Fears even too.
Right now he saw the deck, he saw the mask, and he saw because he already had a look at the components and kind of gathers that, hey, that's some good stuff. He kind of just shoves that aside and is really interested in what's going on with Rylie's stuff. So he's pretty much lost in thought and trying to connect the dots on her little colored circular pendant-like thing. And so he's just kind of thinking, were those colors matching the portals, or is it just he's thinking too much into it?
They definitely match the colors of
he's
the portals.
Okay.
That said, what's Melody's fear? His number one fear.
Okay. What is? Oh, that's a good one. I mean, a mage's, at least me, the way I think about it, a mage's number one fear is probably that of is a more powerful mage.
Okay.
Just because archmages and mages, they're just oh yeah, it's only because they know how powerful something can be, and they know the path that type of thing. I would say a lich probably falls into the same realm of fear.
Okay.
Is they're really powerful.
Yeah, you're standing there, and the mists are kind of rolling around and stuff. You see the ghost just kind of floating around, moaning and the mist seems to coalesce and form this image of a rotting mage standing directly in front of you, Melody. Slack-jawed, looking right at you. And then it just disappears. And you get the idea that in this place, thoughts are as dangerous, if as any unseen threat, perhaps more so. You get the idea. Your thoughts could be very deadly to you here, as your thoughts can manifest in the ethereal plane.
Oh, so is this what you're saying right now? Is that something that Melody is learning in the moment?
Basically.
Or is that something... Okay.
Auggan, you would see whatever Auggan... What's Auggan's number one fear?
Abominations like Illithids.
You would see hundreds of Illithids just kind of standing around you, looking at you, Auggan. Rylie, what would be Riley's deepest, darkest fear?
I'd probably fear some of the people we've met along the way coming back and being angry at us. So maybe like the Illithid guy we met.
Yeah,
Or
you see all of them just standing around you, glaring at you, telling you how hard you and your friends have failed, how you'll never amount to anything, you will all die.
Are we seeing other, like,
No.
am I seeing those Illithids?
Nope.
No? Oh, so oh gosh.
And they're all just telling you, Rylie, your friends have failed, you will all go down in history, unknown, nobodies.
okay.
And then all the visions for you guys just kind of dissipate. For now.
Did you guys see that?
What did you see?
Well, I saw I have to look up names. I saw, Morphan and like all these people we saw in Pandemonium, and they were here. Didn't any of you guys see that?
I just saw Illithids.
Oh.
Not another word. Don't think about any of that.
Think about food.
Yeah, think about food. There you go.
Food manifests in front of all of you. Just coalesces right in front of you.
Here we go. All right. Just try to stay positive. I'm inclined to think that thoughts may manifest, so don't freak out.
Okay.
Positively. Gotcha.
I'm actually going to roll a wisdom saving throw for Melody. Because see what he's thinking about.
I will say this:
okay.
you guys have no physical sensations to rely on. You can only basically rely on your sense of sight. But you also notice that you can't hear anything either. I didn't mention moaning. I shouldn't have. But you get the sense that all the visions you heard were probably in your head, but there is no sense of sound. You can hear each other because you are not from this place. You can only hear each other. But there's no sounds, no physical sensations here.
So it's more like a dream. Almost like one of those dreams where you're running down a hallway and you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But you're trying to run.
And you get the idea. Only your psionic defenses will protect you against the threats here. But shimmering around, though, you do see curtains of color in various, like in the sky, on the ground, and there are these spirits just drifting through them and disappearing.
Do they look like their colors match with the colors of the those the things we just came through?
Some of them do.
Some of them.
Some you don't recognize.
Well, shall we step through the veil?
Which one?
And you start to get the sense that the ghosts that are floating around here are starting to sense you are not native to this place, and they're all turning towards you. And it's a little unnerving.
Yeah.
Think like this place is. Oh, if you've ever seen Insidious, think of this place as the Further. Kind of just void space with mist and ghosts just floating around.
Do these ghosts seem like they are hostile?
Very much so.
Okay. Good.
How many are we seeing?
Hundreds upon hundreds.
Does the nearest portal have any near them?
No.
What color is it?
What color is it? No.
I'm gonna roll for that.
A good one. Oh God.
gray-green.
All right, everyone, let's go.
Oh, okay.
It's greenish. It might be the
Is that like
Might be
olive
the
green, but
Feywild.
different?
It's like olive green, but a little off.
Gray green.
I don't know what it means, but we better get out of here.
Slightly off version of the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
And
let's go.
nobody can grab
Feywild
anybody.
was emerald.
Nope, you guys are just floating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Melody takes one look behind him at everybody, including Keith, and is just like, "Let's go."
Yeah,
And he's just gonna run for that portal.
You run for it.
Auggan's right with you.
Okay. You guys all pass through. How do I explain this? Yeah, how do I explain this? Okay. You see swampland. A river seems to be eroding the nearby ground, producing what look like bogs. And you see the only bit of dry land you can see is that of mountains in the distance. And you looking up, you see a bead of planet-sized orbs in the sky without a string. The distance between each orb looks like it might be 100 miles.
So are we standing in water? Like
You
a
are,
swamp?
yeah,
How deep? Knees?
2 feet.
Ankles?
Yeah, about 2 feet.
Swampy around, mountains in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's the air like? Like clear? Like we can breathe it? And
You can
see
breathe it.
through it?
It stinks.
Like swamp?
Yeah.
Is there a swamp plane?
Swamp plane.
I don't know.
Could be prime material.
Um,
Probably not.
there is a weird taste
Good.
to the air, but that's about it.
Like a natural kind of swampy taste, or like a
Like a
weird...
natural swampy taste.
Okay.
So not like sulfur and brimstone or
No.
Okay.
Like metal or something.
Okay, so now we can see each other.
Yeah,
hear each
you have
other,
physical
touch
form.
each
You have
other.
physical form again. Yes.
All right.
Now that we're not ethereal, would you like to take this stuff and put it in the bag of holding?
Yeah, I can identify some of that stuff too.
Oh, okay.
If we can find what might be some shelter or safe place, I'd prefer to not be
Yeah.
out in the open.
That's probably a good idea.
Some kind of land hump out of the swamp somewhere nearby.
Just the mountains far off in the distance. That said,
That's-
the river you do see running through, you're not standing in the river, you're standing in like bogs. But there is a massive river. You can see in that river looks very, very familiar.
Does it smell
Reddish?
like the sticks?
It is red, and it smells like the river Styx.
I kind of knew it.
So you can kind of put the things together and figure out you are in currently one of the outer planes, but you have no idea which. But
It doesn't look like what Desmond was describing as
no.
okay.
That said, I will allow Melody to roll a history check for this one. History or Arcana for this one.
Okay, probably Arcana then. 18.
You are in the plane of Carcerai,
Carcerai.
also known as Tartarus, the Tartarian depths of Carcerai. It has 6 layers, each of which are a string of planetoids floating in the air. You assume you are on the first layer, known as Othrice. In the mountains, you guys can see a massive citadel. You would know through your history check, that Carcerai.
Oh, sorry. I should probably mention this before you divulge that. I did an Arcana. That was my Arcana roll.
So there'd be no history involved with this, then you wouldn't have any like historical knowledge, but you would just know that this is Carcerai. You also notice there is no sun at all, but there is light.
With an 18, would I know what the inhabitants of the plains are?
Various titans, trolls, what else? Probably demons, nightmares, shadow demons, mephits, vargiles.
A whole lot of bad.
Not great stuff.
And some stuff you would never have heard of before.
Okay. All right.
Does the Citadel look like it's within reasonable walking distance?
It looks like it might take a couple days.
Okay.
And again, Melody, even looking at that ring that Rylie has, you can deduce that touching one of those colored gems would teleport you all somewhere, but it does have a use of 1 day. Well, you can use it once per day.
All right.
Yes.
I'm wanting to get some more solid knowledge before just willy-nilly touching specific activating certain items.
You do see very large mosquitoes, about the size of ravens, kind of flying around in the swamp. Various swamp plants. Yeah, you
They're
do
like sturges.
Yeah. There are green grass around, and you see what looks like patches of dirt that glow with a green light in the grass. And it sounds like you can hear in the distance off-kilter bells.
Is it coming from the Citadel?
You can't tell where it's coming from.
Okay.
All right.
Are one of these patches of what you said in the grass something shining or bright or something?
Glowing green.
Glowing green. Can Auggan walk up to one and poke it with the handle of his battle axe?
Sure.
Okay, he does that.
You go, and as soon as you go to poke it, you start to sink into it. And you get the sense that it is quicksand.
Oh, fuck.
And you guys just watch as Auggan walks over and just starts to sink into quicksand.
How far deep is he, immediately?
Waist.
Oh,
Is it? Sorry. These. Can we can tell where the edge of the quicksand is, or is it just kind of he walks and falls?
Kind of walks and falls.
Okay.
You might get the sense it might be the green light.
Yeah, Melody's gonna freak out real quick and immediately cast web on the area, and in a way that allows Auggan to try to stop him from moving downward, but also supply him a means of grabbing onto stuff to crawl out.
Sure.
Auggan is going to throw himself down onto the webbing and start pulling himself
Totally.
out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Melody. Oh, I guess I make it. Do I make it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
There's a lot to be careful of that.
Okay, let's not do that.
Yeah, that'd be really bad if that happened to me.
Yeah, that was a good experiment, Auggan. It was good on you.
Okay, sure, thanks.
Okay, so we're in a new place now. That's interesting. Maybe we should
Yeah.
try to get to that city up there.
Yeah, if that's the closest place for shelter, I'd much rather just find a nook or anywhere that might fit us, like a small cave or something that we could
Well,
clear out.
could probably do that on the way, I imagine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Let's get a move on. See if we can't find a spot where we can figure out what those items you've got on you do.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. And I guess we'll just start walking
Mhm.
in the direction of what looks like shelter, but also keeping our eye out for anything that could be like a quick nook or something.
All right. And avoiding quicksand.
Yes.
Okay. You don't see any shelter in the vicinity. No nooks. Again, the only sense of civilization you can see is up in the mountains where the citadel is.
Okay.
And you can definitely see what look like, even though it's far away, you can see what look like flying demons flying around it. And they're carrying humanoids and putting them inside the citadel.
Oh.
It looks like a massive prison.
Melody, is that what I think it is? Those flying things?
Melody will cock his head and think to himself, do those things look familiar to me?
Not the type of demon.
Does he perceive those as demons or devils?
From this distance, probably can't tell. If they're
Yeah.
demons or devils, yeah.
Definitely some type of fiendish creature, but probably best to stay clear.
Right. So maybe, I guess, no, not the Citadel. Somewhere else.
Yeah, that.
There's not really many other places.
So, I imagine it hasn't. Like, we pretty much don't know anything about this structure, correct?
No.
Okay. We just know it's the only structure.
The only structure that you can see, at least.
Okay. I guess we'll keep moving towards it. Maybe we should try and move along the ridge or tree line, or try to keep a low profile and just kind of look around for anything.
Perception check.
All right.
Ooh, that's good. 23.
You do see a tree line. It hugs very closely to the river Styx. But in the distance, you make out what looks like a building on stilts in the trees.
Are they both in kind of the same direction?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, check that out, guys. Auggan. We got a tree line, but you see it if you squint just right, and off in the distance you can see what looks like a little house on stilts.
I see it. Do I see it?
And we should check it
Yeah,
out.
he points it towards it and everyone sees it.
Okay.
I
see it.
Can I pop Cobb into existence?
You can certainly try.
I try.
He pops out.
Okay. Turn him invisible. Send him out to see what's over there.
Okay.
How far away is it?
65 feet.
Okay.
It was very well hidden. That little home, and Melody saw it. Cobb gets close.
And I want to know if he sees any like people or anything like that. Creatures.
Oh. Melody sees the familiar glossiness of Riley's eyes and knows that she's looking through Cobb, so he'll just go ahead and take her by the shoulder or like grab the back of her clothing a bit, just so that
I assumed we weren't moving.
like warn her if anything's happening.
Yeah.
Sure. You get close. And you see, well, Cobb sees a hut. And out in front of the hut, it looks like there's a man in tattered robes, rotting flesh, and he's standing in the middle of a ring of stones. And each ring of stone has a sigil written on it of words you can't understand. And he's just sitting there, and he's just kind of like looking at the stones and just being quiet.
Does he look undead?
Yes.
Okay. So just stones. Are they colored stones or
No,
just...
they're just stones with markings on them.
Okay, I pop Cobb back to me.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some. There was this guy. He had like rotting flesh. I think he was probably dead, but he was like, he was undead. And there was these stones, and they had symbols on them.
Yeah. What was he wearing?
It was rags. Was it?
Yeah.
Just rags. Rags.
Hmm.
I don't know. Would anyone have something I could maybe draw the symbols on?
Yeah, I got some paper.
And a raven lands on a branch in front of you guys.
Uh-oh.
It just looks at you. And you can see its eyes are kind of glossy, almost like someone's looking through it.
All right.
And then the sound of footsteps approaching.
Uh-oh.
How close? You said we were about 65
Yep.
feet away from the tree line?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I would like to remind you that Cobb was invisible.
I completely understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to be sure.
Right. So, just look around real quick. What's going on?
Come on, the footsteps are coming from the direction of the hut. You can hear them like stepping in gross wet mud, just like.
But because there's like a fog closer to the ground, we can't quite see what's.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Auggan's readying his great axe. He's just holding it ready.
sure.
Should we get moving, guys?
Me,
just
yeah,
kinda stay under his
probably.
breath.
What brings travelers to Carcerai? And the figure approaches. It's a very undead-looking individual wearing rags. He has no eyes, so you get the sense he looks through the raven that's up in the branches, and it kind of flutters down and lands on his shoulders.
Hi. It's kind of a long story, honestly. We didn't really mean to show up here.
Oh, so are you looking to leave and go elsewhere? It's not exactly a safe place for the living.
Well, yeah, that would probably be ideal, unless you guys have something you want to do here.
If our Lord doesn't know you are here, he will certainly know now. He can tell when the living come here.
Oh.
Not our Lord, but the one who oversees this plane.
Yeah, sorry. We are just kind of looking for a place to hold up while I identify some of our items, right?
Yeah. I don't know if your lord how long it will take him to get here, but we kind of needed a spot to rest for a bit. If you know a good place, that would be really helpful.
You can come rest in my hut for a time, but I warn you.
I was just gonna say that's very kind.
If the Lord of this plane does show up, I am compelled to tell him that I have people in my hut that are living. So you probably want to be gone by the time he shows up.
How long do you think it'll take for him to show up?
An hour or two? He can go where he pleases while he's here.
No?
No, let's not waste any time. Let's move it.
Okay. Then we'll have to pass up on that offer. And any way that we could go onto a new plane would be really helpful.
No, I mean, like we should take him up on his offer real quick.
Yes, I recommend you take me up on my offer because he will find you wandering these swamps.
Okay, yes. Then my confusion. We will go with you. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Come with me. And he kind of just turns around and drifts back towards his little hut. Come,
Oh.
I don't bite. The trees might. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Auggan starts watching the trees as they go by.
Yeah. Seems forthright enough.
I didn't catch your name.
Viaki.
Viaki. You write that down. How do you spell that?
Vyaki.
A-K-Y. Viaki. It's an interesting name.
I've been here for a very long time.
Are you not from here?
No, I'm from the material plane.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
So did you die to get here, or how did you get here?
I came here, and then I died, and then I was trapped.
Oh, I see. So we better make sure we don't get trapped then.
Sure. I assume you can hear the bells?
Yes.
Don't follow them.
Okay.
They'll generally lead you to where monsters older than the titans that dwell here live.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you.
I think I might be the only one who's heard them and then come back from following their sound. Come. And he leads you all past the circular kind of set of stones. And he goes, those are known as... I forgot the name. Let me pull it up very quickly.
Just pull it up.
One moment.
I don't remember the name at the top of my head because I forgot to write it down.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
But those rocks... they're called the Dreidales. They are portals to various planes. It's how I make my little excursions from time to time.
Those are the runes I was seeing?
Yeah, on the rocks.
Okay.
You just touch one and it takes you where you want to go.
All right.
Forgive me if I misheard you from before, but you did say you were trapped, right?
Well, yes. Trapped and as in I cannot strafe to another place for more than a day. If I do, well, do you know what happens when a fiend dies and it returns to its own plane to reform?
Yes.
That's what happens to me. I return here.
Is that going to happen to us if we go through these?
Well, no, you're not bound to this place.
I see.
I see. So you are, these act more or less as if they are a forced summoning of you to another plane.
In a sense, yes, but other people can use them. It's how some of the lesser fiends get around. They come here to use this. They pay me to do so, because I spent a long time carving these. It's how I lost my eyes.
Nellie's getting a little too curious. What do they pay you in?
These. And he pulls a coin out of his coin purse. And you can hear screaming coming from inside of it. And he puts it back. Soul coins.
Melody will lean over to Auggan. That's the second time we've heard of these things.
Yeah.
Very useful currency if you ever find yourselves in the Nine Hells.
Where did we see that? Who had it?
Buddy, I got this soul tobacco from. And Melody will pull out the little soul tobacco.
Right. In Pandemonium.
Soul tobacco.
So, Melody, Auggan, Rylie.
You know our names.
I do.
Wow. Is that from your familiar?
No, it's from a spell.
Oh, I see. Out of curiosity, how did you notice my familiar?
I have warded this place against things.
Oh, I see. I'll
You
have to
would,
keep that in
you
mind
too
next
would
time.
take such precautions if you were living in a place full of fiends and
Oh, I completely
demons and
understand.
devils and titans and Grast.
So how do we get up into your house there? See, it's on stilts. How do?
There's a ladder around the back.
Ah, all right.
I also have a trapdoor that I can pull down as well and use stairs for people who can't access a ladder.
Okay.
All
I
right.
generally prefer to take
Shall
the
we?
stairs because the ladder. Last time I crawled up the ladder, my left arm fell off.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Auggan almost
because
laughs.
he's like undead and it just kind of goes out
Yeah.
the socket.
So he's like, "Come, come, come!" and he pulls on the trapdoor and he goes up the stairs.
All right.
And do
Upstairs.
you guys follow? Yeah, you get inside this hut.
Yeah.
It's maybe like a 2-room kind of hut. It's very small. There's like the entire living quarter area. There's like a pot, a cauldron in the middle. There were no chairs or anything. It's all like raw, kind of like rags and hides kind of piled up on the floor to make like comfortable seating. It smells bad in here. It smells like rotting animals and just death in here. There's a lot of just dead animals hanging from the ceiling. He's like, yes, I use those for components. I go to the other planes to get them. So what brings you all here? Would you like some tea? It's bubbling in the cauldron right now. I use the stinkweed from the swamps.
Well, I appreciate your hospitality, but I need to get to work. Rylie,
Mm-hmm.
could you present your items?
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah, absolutely. Oh, I think I gave them to you. They're in the bag
Right,
of holding.
Melody will put them out onto, I guess, this guy's macabre coffee table and start going through the ritual of identification, starting with the circular technicolored ruby pendant thing.
Yeah, you saw that lets you cast, basically use the plane shift spell once per day, but you do not choose the destination. You just choose one of these. You press in one of the stones on the circular ring, and it takes you to the place.
Oh, okay. So we choose the planar destination, but not the actual destination within the plane.
Correct.
Excellent. All right.
But you have to know what color is the plane you want to go to, because there is no markings on it whatsoever.
Yeah, and we don't know.
Yeah.
How many stones are there? Like one for each of these 22 colors that you've given us?
And more.
More. Okay.
You get the sense it's all the outer planes, all the inner planes, the quasi-elemental planes, the para-elemental planes.
Oh, God.
And the middle stone in the middle, that's kind of hollow, it's the biggest one and it leads somewhere to as well.
What color is it?
It has no color.
Hollow.
It's hollow, but you get the sense it's a hollow, but you can still push down on it. If there's an inner ring on this ring, after inspecting it some more, there's an inner ring that you can push down on. And you get the sense that is also a teleportation, that is a location. It's kind of a brownish silver color.
And what is this a homebrew item or official?
It's a homebrew item that I'm not putting up on anyone's inventories because it'll reveal what every teleportation destination is.
Excellent. I love it. Thank you. Well, this is neat.
Just start pushing buttons, man.
This is a kind of plane shifty type thing. Well, I mean, I imagine you guys can do whatever for 10 minutes, but for 10 minutes, Melody is just kind of doing whatever, learning all of this info.
And the raven on Vyaki's shoulders is looking at everyone, just like staring at them. That's how he sees.
Short rest is an hour, right?
Yep.
Okay.
We definitely want to be out of here before.
Yeah,
an
definitely
hour.
do.
So
I'm probably not going to get a short rest.
You found yourselves here in Karsarai on the plane of Arthrice by yourself? Not intentional?
No, not exactly.
Hmm. Where were you before?
We were in the ethereal plane.
Why would you go there?
Well, that was an accident as well.
Ah, you must be new to plane hopping.
Yeah, a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't recommend doing it willy-nilly.
We're trying
You
not
might end up in the negative energy plane and there's no oxygen and you'll just die instantly almost.
Do you know how we would recognize something that goes to that plane?
I only know the locations of planes using tuning forks. I do not know the color pools
Oh, I see.
or the curtains. I only
Oh.
use the tuning keys.
At
When
the
you say
mention of that, I know Melody is focusing on a ritual, but on hearing of the tuning fork things, is that anything that Melody might be familiar with?
Plane shift spell.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Yeah, you need
That's all.
to have a tuning fork tuned to the location you want to go to. Yeah.
when you say
Melody's
curtains,
back.
that's the colored things. They're the curtains.
Yeah, they look like veils.
Okay,
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if there was two separate things that we need to.
No.
Okay.
The color pools and the veils are different. One may be a different color, but lead to the same destination as a color pool. For example, you could have a red color pool that leads somewhere, but the curtain could be a different color. I wouldn't exactly follow the laws and describings of people who have done the work to figure out what leads where. There is not an exact, you could say, science to figuring these things out.
Right. Is there any kind of general advice you could give us for moving between the planes?
Don't fuck with anything you don't understand.
That's very good advice. Just generally.
That's how I lost my eyes. I inscribed those sigils outside, and it's made me claw my eyes out after.
Ah. That's a shame.
Yes. It was worth it.
But you still have your familiars, so you can still kind of see.
There's other ways to see.
That's very true. Who were you before you came here?
Vyaki.
But what did you do? Like, why did you come here?
I was banished.
Oh, I see. What plane do you come from? Oh, you said you the material plane.
Yeah.
You already told me that. Right.
Yes.
Very interesting.
I was one of the Red Wizards of Thay.
Oh. That's interesting. Red Wizards of, what is it, Thay?
Thay, T-H-A-Y.
Slavers, demonologists, arcane experimenters.
Not the first time you guys have heard about the Red Wizards of Thay. Yeah. Yeah, they said my experiments were a little too much for them, so they banished me to here. And then I died here, and then for some reason, this happened.
Would you say that Melody is done with the ritual,
Yeah.
the identify ritual now?
Mm-hmm. The
I'm
mask, you couldn't suss anything from it. Nothing at all.
I mean, like, okay. So we had the mask, I guess I'm calling it a pendant, but I don't know exactly what else.
Yeah, the pendant is like the plain,
medallion.
shifty pendant.
Yeah, and then there was
the deck of cards.
Okay.
Again, I can't give anyone that item because it'll tell you what the cards do.
Yeah.
But you get the sense that it's very similar to the deck of many things that Morfan tried pawning off on you guys for fun.
Okay.
This thing only has 20 cards, so you roll a d20 when you draw a card, and certain things happen when you draw a card. That's basically what you suss out. Very powerful, magical things happen when you pull a card out.
Okay. So, okay, so he's kind of getting a full spectrum of different types of spell schools coming from certain items.
The deck of cards doesn't exactly emanate a specific spell school.
Mm-hmm.
It emanates various spell schools. that you can't really pinpoint an exact one.
Mhm.
But also the deck of cards emanates evil very strongly.
Hmm.
And you couldn't detect any knowledge off the mask other than it emanates evil as well. Very potent
Okay.
evil.
All right. So I guess, identify is a little different than detect magic, but I
Mhm.
guess I'm trying to figure out what identify is actually what I'm actually learning from that. It can be nothing. I just wanted to make sure
Probably the
that there
mask
was like
is something nobody wants to wear.
okay. So I
Uh,
can kind of figure there's
I'll say through your identification on it, you would have heard whispers in your mind that you couldn't decipher.
like partway through identifying it, it's just like one of the you hear something and it's like, nope.
Yeah.
Done.
The deck of cards, again, you suss out that it's a deck of random things that can happen. Maybe like events that can alter time, events, cause things to happen that wouldn't have happened, change things that have happened.
Huh. Well.
And Keith kind of looks. That's the second time we've heard about the Red Wizards of Thay.
Yeah, and I guess Melody will give a quick look around the room to see if there's anything that this, I guess, potentially powerful wizard would have.
You see lots of
Knowledge?
just carcasses. Perception check.
Okay. That's a good one. Okay. That's 10 plus 25.
You see a very large tome. Probably one of the biggest tomes you've ever seen. Bound in human skin up on a bookshelf, very well hidden. But you just catch like the spine of it a little bit because it's currently got a like rag covering it. But you just get a little bit of a glimpse of a spine. It's hidden for a reason. You get the sense.
Oh.
And he's just like, so, do you know of the Red Wizards?
We've heard of them a little bit,
Hmm.
but we don't know all that much.
Interesting.
You mentioned tea earlier.
Oh, yes, it's in the cauldron. It's stinkweed.
Where is that? Did he bring it in already?
The cauldron's bubbling in the middle of the area where you're all sitting. It's kind of on the table.
Okay, never mind then. I was like, if you... it's going to get him to walk out of the room a bit.
Oh, one moment. I forgot cups.
Ah! Great.
He stands up. The familiar office shoulder lands on the table. And he walks with memory to where the cups are hidden. And he's rummaging through there.
Damn it.
Would you like me to help you?
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Yes, please.
I realized too late that it's probably way too tall for me, so I'm just like...
Yeah, he's human. He's human size, so he's like, oh, you can just hold them for me. And he starts passing you the cups.
Melody will kind of nudge Auggan
Mhm.
and gesture with his eyes up to the book there,
Mhm.
and you'll see Melody kind of just biting his lip, like trying to figure out what to do.
Auggan sees this and he kind of, let's see, what can he do? He tries to distract the raven from watching. So he starts singing weird and doing weird things with his hands, hoping that the raven will start staring at
The
him.
raven does turn to you, and you hear Vyaki in the like area where he's in the pantry. Is your friend having a fit?
Oh, I don't know.
Did he drink from the river? Not a good.
I hope not.
Is he okay?
Oh,
Should I
Are
come
you
over and
okay,
help him?
Auggan?
And he holds his shield up, and his shield starts making weird faces with
Oh,
his
yeah.
weird faces.
Oh, that's.
Oh, I think he's just trying out his new shield. We just got it. It's kind of neat, isn't it?
It's very interesting. I'm very interested in that shield.
Yeah.
So during this, how far away is this book?
Like 2 steps. This is a very small
Oh.
hut. It's like 2
Yeah.
long strides. And there's a divider,
Right.
that's where, because there's the pantry and then there's another side. It's on the other
Right.
side up on a shelf.
Okay. So during this little display, Melody is kind of trying to gauge if there's any alarms or arcane protections around this book, this tome.
Doesn't look like it.
And so Moldy has the plane shift thing on him. Okay. Melody will cast message to Rylie. And be like, I might be doing something stupid. Don't worry about responding. I'm just telling you. And this is just, I mean, like, no one else can hear this. It's a whisper because of the message spell. And he's going to say, here's a book I might take, and then you might need to get out of here quick.
I just kind of look at, give him a kind of unsure look, but then pretend like nothing happened. Continue holding my cups, I guess.
Okay. And before doing anything, Melody is going to mentally roll the dice on what plane we'll be going to. Okay.
How are you deciding this? Because that ring has every single plane on it.
Of the colors that you listed from the cube, I'm going off of that list.
Okay.
So if we're going off of that, 13, and I'm going to count down that list 13, skipping the ones that we already know.
Mm-hmm.
So
you would know now that olive is carceri.
That what?
You would now know that the olive color is carceri.
Okay. All right. 1, 2. In 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is the flame one.
The flame one. Okay.
Shit. Okay, that's the one. Okay. And so during this, what's the actual situation of everything? I just want to make sure that either both the Raven and the other guy are kind of either turned away, or actually I only care about the Raven.
The Raven is not looking at you.
Okay.
It's still focusing on Auggan having his fit.
But is its back to me?
It is.
Okay. So Melody will make sure he's got his bag of holding prepped. And look around, do one last check, and then mage hand the book into the bag of holding.
You mage hand the book into the bag of holding. And he comes back with the teacups with Rylie, and he sets them all down and starts pouring this thick brown tea that smells like sewage into each teacup.
Delicious.
I hate to ask, but are you sure it's safe for us alive people to drink?
Oh, I didn't think of that. It basically does replicate the cloud kill spell when you drink it.
Oh, well, maybe we'll just... Maybe we'll just sit this one out, but, I really do appreciate it.
Go silent for a second.
Is everything okay? I hope I haven't offended you.
Rylie,
yes?
Come here for a sec.
Okay.
He says that with his hand on Auggan, and he gives Keith a look.
Keith waddles over. And you see Fiaki, not with his familiar, looking over at his bookshelf slowly, sort of like turning his head towards the bookshelf.
Boop.
And you guys just disappear. And as you disappear, you see Vyaki smile, and he disappears too.
Oh shit.
And you guys...
This is bad. This is bad.
Alrighty. Let me describe what you see.
What color did you pick, Melody?
Fire.
I picked
Flame.
the flame one. That was the random roll I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So.
The ground is black with a metallic hardness. And you see cubes, various cubes, the size of cities and continents, all just kind of dispersed around. And the cubes float and hit each other and cause loud clanging metal sounds. Through this, you can see that these collisions have caused erosions, carving canyons and collapsing tunnels. The plane is very orderly. The cracks on the cubes are always perpendicular, so large cubes always broke down into smaller cubes. And from a crater to crater on each cube, running for miles, draining down into other craters, and reappearing on a different cube entirely, changing its direction, going... Sometimes this river is flowing straight, and then out of nowhere it'll be flowing upwards on another cube. You get the idea of gravitation. Gravity here is objective and directional. There is no set gravity here. You could step off a certain place and just get rocketed upwards.
Oh, subjective.
Yes.
Okay.
So gravity can
boy.
change any which place at any time.
What are we standing on right now?
Black metal.
Oh, the black metal.
You're on a black metal cube. In the distance you see a large blue cube. And other multicolored cubes all around.
Do we see the guy?
You do not.
Okay.
Is what we're standing on, are any of these things rotating, or are they
They're not.
stationary?
They're stationary and floating. But they do hit each other. Like, some of the smaller ones are like floating. Larger ones are hitting smaller ones, so just decimating smaller ones into smaller cubes.
Okay, so there doesn't appear to be any like gravitational orbits.
No. But the cube you're on, about 100 feet behind you, looking around, a set of stairs going down.
Does Melody know? Has he heard of this plane?
Again, history check.
Okay.
Or Arcana,
You say-
whichever you
okay.
want.
It would pretty much always be Arcana because
Okay,
yeah.
sure.
That is 15.
Based on the cube stuff,
Yeah.
I'll say just on the cubes alone,
Mm-hmm.
that'll give you the name Acheron.
Acheron.
The infinite battlefield of Acheron. It's an outer plane. It is an infinite void. It has 4 layers shaped like floating blocks. And sorry, the gravity is objective directional toward the surface of each floating block.
Oh.
Oh.
But the river does change on different blocks. It's floating in a different direction on every different block.
Ooh, okay.
Does do the blocks look jumpable, or are they too far?
Some of them do. You can at least try to.
Okay.
It is an infinite void. You can tell it's in a void just looking around, so you could fall forever and never hit anything.
There's
Like
air, right?
There's oxygen.
Okay.
But, Melody, you get the sense if you miss a jump and fall, you're probably going to fall forever. Or until you hit something when it shifts.
Okay. Would he gather? Would his wings of flying be rendered useless? Is it that type of void that we're picking up on, or is it? Oh, okay. So there's no wind or air.
There's
it's
no
more like
air.
Space,
There's no
but
wind.
There happens to be oxygen.
There happens to be oxygen, but there's no
Okay.
wind.
All right. So we can treat this as space, but without oxygen. So that means there's no method of flying or propulsion when you're in a void.
Correct.
Okay.
So, like, if Cobb were to come in here, just fall onto.
Basically, because he can't fly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, this is different.
Yeah. Not much air resistance. Like, you move your hand around, and you know how you feel the wind when you move your
Don't
hand.
feel that.
It's like
Yeah.
nothing. It's like
Mm-hmm.
weird.
I don't suppose you know anything about this place.
Nope, but based on what I identified on that thing, if we don't find something else quick, we're gonna be stuck here for at least a day.
Oh. Okay. There doesn't seem to be any creatures. I'm a little bit worried about trying to move to other places. How big is this cube?
A couple miles.
Okay.
Oh. Cool.
I
So we're on
suppose
like
we
a
could-
nice big cube.
Yeah, there's smaller ones that are about this, maybe 6 feet. And the cubes just move around. They hit each other once in a while, causing tremors. And you get the sense that's how people traverse this place. When the cubes get close enough to touch, they hop onto another one.
And we can. Is there anything on the surface of this cube? Just black metal?
Just black metal and a set of stairs going
Set of
downwards behind you.
Oh, right.
Should we try the stairs?
Well, if we were looking to rest for a bit, this would be the time, I think. Doesn't seem to be, and he'll look around, anything threatening yet.
Not yet.
How long has it been since our last long rest, out of curiosity?
It was right before we entered the Illithid.
Yeah.
Okay,
thing.
so it's been like
Some-
an hour or so?
Yeah.
No, probably more than that.
Probably a little over an
Hours.
hour or so. A couple hours.
Yeah. A lot has happened.
So much.
The river that you see, definitely the river Styx.
A reoccurring.
It drains
Wow.
down into other craters, reappearing on a different cube entirely. Sometimes you can tell that you can see its course changing, flowing on one cube's face, only to plummet into a massive waterfall. So that's on, and it's on every cube almost. This one, no river Styx that you can see, but every cube you can see some semblance of the river Styx on it.
This pendant we have that we can move around with, is it every 24 hours or is it every sunrise or whatever, like
24 hours.
24 hours? Okay. So should we just kind of wait around?
I figure we could probably like do pop a nice short right here.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then explore them stairs.
Okay.
Works
Yeah, let's
for
do that.
me.
All right, guys. And you're gonna do a nice little short rest.
Just like taking a nap on this giant.
Yeah,
Black cube.
and I'm going. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna use my arcane recovery to get back a second and third level spell slot, Justin.
Sure.
Okay. Oh boy. And probably take the time to eat.
Okay.
Auggan's just going to stay on watch with his great axe.
All right.
He doesn't need anything. He hasn't lost any points. Has no spell slots. So.
Okay.
During the short rest, can I also have a gander at this book I just took?
Sure. You pull it out.
All right.
Bound in human skin.
Well, this looks interesting, don't it?
Embedded on the cover is an eyeball.
Yikes.
Melody will look at it and then turn it, see if the eyeball stays looking at him.
It does
Or
not.
if it's like just a...
Nope, it does
Okay.
not. Green. It has a green iris.
Okay.
And there is writing on the book, but it's in a language you cannot understand right now. Like it's carved into the skin.
Okay. So that's something I can't do comprehend languages right now because I'm currently doing a short rest, so I can't do a ritual while short resting. So I'll just wait until the short rest is over.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you pull the book out, you see there's an eyeball embedded into the cover. Yeah, the tome is bound in human flesh. The pages are, you can tell, like, just looking at the pages, you haven't opened the book yet, but just, like, looking at it, you can tell the pages are very, very old. And it's the biggest tome you've ever seen. It's probably, like...
Oh.
It's big.
Yeah. He'll put that down and start looking at this soul tobacco.
Okay.
And he's not doing, of course, he's not putting a whole lot of effort into it. He's just kind of giving some of the items in his inventory a second look casually, just to see if he can glean anything off of them.
You can't really glean much off the soul tobacco in this amount of time.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
But we'll say, yeah, you all have a short rest. Nothing happens at all. Just these cubes floating around in space. You do see them hit at points and create craters and break off pieces, but that's about it. Nothing exciting or eventful happens in that hour.
All right. Nolan's going to be like, all right, so let's figure this out. I'm going to... What do you guys think about getting the old brain speaking back on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. And Melody's going to do the telepathic bond ritual and follow that up with a phantom steed ritual for Rylie.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
My ring of mind shielding won't let that work. While wearing this ring, you are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts.
Okay. But does it allow for you to choose?
Read your thoughts, determine. You can use an action to cause the ring to become invisible. If you die while wearing this ring, nope. I was thinking of unattuning it and reattuning the feather falling ring back.
I'll say you can choose whose thoughts you can perceive.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, there it is. Creatures can telepathically communicate with you if you allow it.
It says that?
Yeah. Last sentence of the first paragraph.
Not on my description.
Anyway. All right, we did it. Yeah. Little dwarf unicorn.
Oh, yay! I don't know how I'm going to go down the stairs, but I'll try.
Magical unicorn. It'll work.
Okay. I get on it.
Unicorn gets up on 2 legs with his.
I should name it. I'll have to think of a good one. I'll think
take
it
your
over
time.
and then, yeah.
All right, and we'll just start heading down the stairs.
Okay. You start heading down the stairs. You don't really see anything of import yet. Just a long staircase.
All right. Auggan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm okay.
This has all been a little crazy, hasn't it? I mean, I'm
Definitely crazy.
I'm a bit concerned about that book.
yeah, it looks pretty dangerous. Most of the things that we just recently gather seem pretty dangerous. That mask seems probably not great. And that deck has definitely got some evil vibes coming off it as well.
Well, it's kind of to be expected in an Illithid lair, I suppose.
Yeah.
What did you learn from that book?
Not much. There is some writing that I might try to decipher at a later point, but
Okay.
I figured we should probably get a move on.
Melody, do you know Primordial?
No. He knows Common, Giant, and Gnomish.
Okay.
From his occasional bouts of hermitous behavior.
Okay.
Bouncing between his college
shit.
and... Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at Keith's spells. Do you want me to comprehend the title for you?
Oh yeah, that would be great. You got something about this?
Yeah,
And
I kind of
he's
forgot I
gonna-
did.
Oh, right on. As I imagine we're just doing this
Yeah,
as we
he's casting
walk
it as you
down
guys
the
went down the
stairs.
stairs.
Are these like a spiraling
Nope, just
staircase?
straight down.
Straight down?
Mhm.
And is there like a handrail or is it just space?
Just space.
Oh, so I'll just kind of put a hand on Keith so he doesn't accidentally fall
over the
off the
side.
stairs while he's concentrating on this ritual.
All right. Yeah, you guys get down and you steady him, and he's like, okay, I'm ready.
All right. What we got?
All right. So, the cover says, Tome of the Whispered One.
That mean
Nolly
anything?
cocks his head to the side.
I need everyone to make history checks with this one. He opens up. He's like, should I open it?
My first roll this entire time.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my
And
first
it's
roll.
not good. I got
This
a
was-
4.
4,
This is
Auggan.
my
11.
11. Melody.
first natural 20 of the night.
What does that bring the DC? What does it bring it up to?
You said Arcana?
Or history.
Religion?
Or history, religion.
What is
Said
it?
history.
Oh, I'm freezing a
You
little
cut
bit.
out there, Justin. What was it?
History, religion, or arcana.
Okay.
Oh,
I would
religion or
definitely do-
Arcana?
Yeah.
I should
I would
do it
definitely
once.
do Arcana.
Mine's all the same, plus 1.
Oh, then I got an 8.
Okay. Melody, what would you get?
29.
29. You would have heard the name of the Whispered One. You'd also hear other names tied to that. Master of the
Mhm.
Spider Throne, the Undying King, Lord of the Rotted Tower, and Vecna.
you got Vecna's book. Auggan knows nothing.
And then Keith's just like, should I open it? Read the first page?
How about not? Thank you. That is. Did Melody notice any when Keith said the title of the book, did Melody notice any sign of acknowledgement from Keith, or does he seem aloof as to what the meaning of the tome or the...
Keith has no fucking clue.
Okay.
Roll a natural 1.
I mean, he does have no memory, basically.
And then he hands you the book back with the I embedded in the cover.
Yeah. Melody will just put that back in the bag of holding for now and internally freak out.
Yeah. Auggan.
Yeah.
While you guys are walking down the stairs, you hear a voice in your head, Auggan.
I do?
You do.
Well, I can only hear a voice if I allow it. Or something super powerful.
Or
it's Melody or Rylie. Or Keith.
let me
Or
out.
the DM. Oh. Say that again.
Let me out.
It's the ring talking to me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no. He looks at his hand with the ring on it and goes, Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Auggan.
Auggan, are you okay?
Uh,
He's talking to himself.
No. It's my ring.
Oh, Melody. We have a problem here.
Melody is kind of lost in thought about this book that he's carrying.
Who are you?
Who am I?
I asked you first. Who are you? He's just
I
staring
am
at
a
the ring.
wizard. Just a wizard.
What's it saying?
He says he's a wizard.
Oh,
My ring can hold the soul.
oh.
Yes, it can.
If you die wearing the ring, your soul enters it. So this would be the last person who had the ring, maybe?
My
don't
name's Caligar.
Caligar?
Yes. I was attempting lichdom and I trapped myself in this ring.
Lichdom?
Yes.
Can I help you?
I think you can just tell me to leave the ring and I will. I'm not sure.
Okay. Auggan doesn't know what to do.
Alright. And he doesn't speak for... He stops speaking at this point. And you guys go to the bottom of the stairs. And you're standing in a room, a throne room, full of long dead corpses, desiccated skeletons of fiends just lying all over the place. On the throne, Nothing sits there, but there is a crown on the throne, dusty and abandoned.
Melody reaches the bottom of the stairs, but he only realizes it because he goes to step down another time and just
Yeah.
another step and just goes
Hit that step without
because he's
there.
just been zoning. He's just been zoning out,
Mhm.
lost in thought.
Yeah.
Auggan, were
Okay,
you saying something? What was going on there?
My ring. There's a wizard in it.
Say what now?
His name is Caligar. His soul is in my ring.
Oh. Dang. Dang it. Huh. Well, I suppose, and Melody's looking around at this room and it's just like, all right, too much shit. Too much shit to bring in now. Oh boy. I gotta stay in the present a little bit more often. What do you guys think happened here?
I don't know. Nothing good, probably.
War. Does it look like war?
Oh, yeah.
Auggan recognizes war.
Auggan, how do you think this battle played out? You see anything? Seem like you've been in a battlefield before, a larger battlefield like this. Can you tell who won?
These guys lost.
You just point to everyone.
And the king is missing from the throne.
If I look down at the bodies, is there any, like, were they clearly fighting?
Does it
Are they,
look
like, smashed
one
pieces?
side or two sides?
You just see a lot of fiendish skeletons.
Hmm.
Are none of the bones are like broken or anything like that?
Well,
That I can tell?
they're very old, so they probably
Oh.
most likely broke over time. But
Right.
mostly it is just fiendish skeletons.
Hmm.
The throne is
That's
empty. There is a
actually-
very dusty crown on the throne.
Maybe the crown is something dangerous and it killed them.
So seeing these fiendish skeletons, can Melody figure out, can he see any fiends that he recognizes?
Bulgaros,
Hmm.
they're skeletons, very ape-like.
Okay. He'll walk over to the Bulgura one, the one that he recognizes.
Mm-hmm.
Are these skeletons like fully intact? Like are they still connected by like tissue, or has the tissue rotted away as well? And
The
it's just
tissues rotted away as well.
Okay. So Melville will just reach down and grab one of the bones.
Okay.
I guess he'll go for like a jawbone.
Okay.
Something like that.
Pick up the jawbone.
I imagine it might be actually kind of big, wouldn't it?
It's very big. Yeah. You pick it up though, and the
Yeah.
crown floats up in the air, and a figure appears underneath the crown. A wispy, black, shadowy figure.
Melvin drops the jawbone.
The figure does not disappear.
Does it is it, when you say a figure, is it humanoid at all? Like, are there
You
eyes?
can't tell.
Or?
It's just a black mass.
Oh, okay. What do we do? Melody, should we run?
Maybe just wait. See what it
Welcome
but be defend.
Oh, hello.
Avalas.
Avalas.
Uh,
Okay. Thank you.
You are in the Black Bastion.
Black Bastion.
Now, We're not exactly from here. Could you explain what that means?
This is my domain. I rule it. I am the Dark One, Lord of Darkness. Bane. Why are you here?
Did he just say his name was Bane?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought he was going to say he's the bane of something.
No,
Then he just
Bane.
stopped.
I was waiting for that too.
The he's part of the Faeronian pantheon, of which all of you are from Faerun.
Oh, so we would know who he is?
Yeah, he is evil and malicious. He is a greater deity of fear, hatred, and tyranny.
Fuck.
Well, we just sort of ended up here sort of by accident, and we're just trying to find a way to a different plane.
The shadows dissipate, and he reforms behind you all. Oh, interesting.
So, what happened to all these fellas? And Melody will just look around at the bones.
They came to try and kill me.
Huh.
Well, that's clearly a very bad idea.
All at once?
Yes.
One at a time.
All at once.
Okay.
Well, is there an exit? I mean, we're just kind of passing through.
Who said I'm letting you leave?
No one. He's just waiting, I guess, because he doesn't quite know what to do and doesn't want to do anything aggressive at this moment.
I can let you leave. Maybe. Who knows?
It'd be great if you would.
What do you want?
What do any of us want?
I want to go home. What do you want?
To live again.
Sorry, we don't have any clerics in our group.
Oh, we don't need clerics. I just need one of you. You could say as a vessel.
Melody will look at Keith and just be like, "Don't do it, buddy."
Oh, not doing it. He looks at Keith. Oh, interesting. I could restore your memories.
I mean, we do have a way for you to get around, you know.
How is that?
Melody will shuffle through all of the little things that we've got, and he's got about 2 or 3 ideas on how to do that. And he's like, well, we do have a sort of ring that stores souls. We've got and I guess he'll kind of stop there and test that idea out first.
Okay. No. And he kind of shifts again, and disappears, and sits on the throne again. And now it looks like he is still shadowy, but now has a resemblance of dark armor and a large jeweled dark gauntlet. And just an aura of vast power and cruel intelligence just radiates from him. I wouldn't wander if I were you.
Yeah, nope.
Who
Definitely
knows where you'll end up? And then he
I
just
know, right?
disappears, and the crown goes back
Shit.
to resting on the throne.
not.
Oh,
Did that mean he wants us to stay here?
I don't know.
Well, he might. It sounds like he's kind of interested in us. Might want to use one of us as a vessel, but based on what he was doing, we might have to be willing. He's looking for some. It would either be easier for him, or it is impossible for him to possess us unless we're willing. So, don't do that. But
Oh, okay.
I imagine that's why he doesn't want us to go anywhere for now.
Okay. Well, there isn't really anywhere else we can go.
Looking around, are we just in a closed off room?
Yes.
Okay.
Release me, Auggan. I can help.
How do I do that?
Just tell me to be free.
Melody, he wants me to free him.
Did you get a name?
Yes, the Gallagher. He's a wizard.
Melody will shuffle through his memory to see if he's heard of any evil archliches or archwizards named that.
Nope.
He says he was trying to be a lich and got stuck in the ring.
Oh, neat.
He says he can help us.
Can you ask him how first? Because if he's just a spirit that comes out of there and then tries to possess one of us, I mean, it's just the same shit, different toilet.
Why can't you get out by yourself, Gallagher?
Because my soul is trapped in the ring.
No, I mean, like, what would he do? What's his plan when you release him?
What do you want to do if I let you out?
I can return you where you're from, and I can restart my goal.
Oh, Auggan is very tempted.
What do you say?
He says he can take me to where I want to go, and he can restart his search or whatever.
Did he say how?
No. He did not say how.
Because that involves more possession. That's a big nope.
Why don't you just go on to the afterlife?
That would go against my goals.
Melody, I do not know what to do.
I mean, ask him how he plans to get us out of here. Because if his plan is to possess one of us, that's a nope. But if his plan is to, like, I don't know, do something else.
Spell or something?
You might want
How-
to tell him that.
How can you help us?
Plane shift.
All of us?
Only the willing.
What plane?
Whatever you desire.
Melody, quick. Melody. Or, I mean, Auggan. Whoops.
Melody.
My brain.
You're talking to himself.
This is getting
Yeah.
to you.
Hey, Auggan.
Yeah.
You mind asking him if he knows the color of the plane of Pandemonium?
Do you know what color stone would be for Pandemonium?
You mean the
Because
color?
that other guy said that sometimes the stones and the curtains and stuff might be different colors, right? For the same place.
The color pool for Pandemonium is usually magenta. However, it could also be crimson if it's going by the curtain.
Magenta stone, crimson curtain.
Nice. I wonder if we can trust that.
When you get out, what do you need me to do if I release you from the ring, what are you going to do?
Pray I am come back in the right body.
Are you going to take one of our bodies?
I sense my true body is nearby.
Huh. Nearby here? In this plane?
Currently.
You might want to tell him, and this is Melody only going off of what Auggan has said so far. You might want to tell him that Bane just gave us a visit recently, and he's in the area.
We just met somebody named Bane.
Oh, one of the dead three.
Dead three?
Yeah, it's a cult of the three gods, Bane, Merkel, and Baal.
Bane, Merkel, Baal, the dead three.
Yeah, murder gods, death gods,
Yeah.
evil gods, yeah.
Evil gods, yes. You can help us get away from him?
Yes, but I need to be in my body. My body was locked away in a prison. But it's there no longer.
The prison was on this plane?
No. Pandemonium.
Oh. His body was locked away in Pandemonium.
The Red Wizards twisted it.
The Red Wizards twisted it.
Deformed it.
Deformed it.
I want it back.
He wants his body back. But you said it's on this plane now.
Melody looks
That's what I sense.
Melody looks at Keith.
Yeah, Keith's just looking around like...
Auggan doesn't make that connection.
Hey guys, perhaps
Smart, but not very wise.
Perhaps we just and Melody's gonna give this thing a day and use the old stone again.
And go back to Pandemonium?
What if,
Yeah.
what if he comes back?
Well, I imagine he'll just try to convince us and we just hold out.
Okay, if that's if that's what you think. I'm a little bit worried, but that's okay. We could stay here if that's what you think is best.
Well, I mean, we can't just go against
No, I'm not
his
suggesting.
orders, but it's like you know, uh it's like we're playing by the game until
Mhm.
we don't need to anymore. you get
Yeah,
what I mean.
okay, that's true. That's a good point. Okay,
Oh.
we'll do that then.
Auggan,
Yes.
give the ring for a moment to the one that you all call Keith.
He wants me to give the ring to Keith. Keith
No,
is
dude.
our friend, right? He is a friend, right?
Yeah. Hey, Keith.
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing, buddy?
Auggan's
Trying to
will
figure
take
things
the ring
out.
off.
Looks like this lich-like wizard seems to have a relationship with you or your body.
Huh.
Auggan hands him the ring. He does. He takes it off and hands it to Keith.
As soon as you hand Keith the ring, Keith's eyes
Auggan, what you doing?
seem to focus. And he goes, and he just looks at it. I remember everything. And a little wisp comes out of the ring and just goes into Keith's temple. And he hands the ring back to Auggan. It's empty now.
Oh, thank you, Keith.
And then Keith starts to morph.
Are you Caligar?
And as Keith is morphing, the weird abomination that he was goes away. And standing there in red wizard robes, flowing, tiefling horns, the disguise he took when you guys were in the Illithid Colony, is the form he takes. And he goes, yes. He cracks his neck a little bit.
Oh, as a red wizard?
A tiefling wearing red wizard robes.
Okay.
Keith?
Caligar.
I think
Oh.
he's Caligar.
I see.
The red wizards took my body, deformed it, put me in the ring, and put my body in Pandemonium.
Do you remember all the time that you spent with us?
Yes.
Okay.
I have Keith's memories, which are my memories technically, and then my memories of being inside the ring for thousands of years. So, that's fun.
Melody hears thousands of years and tries to prevent his head from exploding.
Yes, thousands of years being awake in that ring, sentient the entire time.
Enough to drive one mad.
You would think.
You must be really tired.
Somehow I'm not.
Oh.
What would you say Caligar looks like? Does he look like an attractive tiefling?
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Just
Red skin.
just wondering, because he's probably, I mean, clothes didn't just appear, right? Keith has been pretty much a naked meatball this whole
Clothes
time.
formed.
And this, okay.
Yeah, they like.
It's just like,
Clothes
He's got
formed.
red robes.
Clothes formed and everything. He
Okay.
cracks his neck a little bit. I fucking hate the Red Wizards.
Oh, good, because we've been kind of smelling a funk off of
Yeah, a bit
the
of a
stuff
weird
that's been
vibe.
left in their wake.
Oh, they're all dead now.
Oh.
Yeah, they died a long time ago.
Oh, okay. So
You
they're
remember
not something we need to worry about, I guess, then.
Unless
Well-
there's remnants.
Well,
I mean, if they're all dead, they could all still be liches.
That is true.
that's true.
And the last
Yeah,
place I
like-
saw them was Pandemonium when they banished me there and sealed me in that fucking door.
And that other fella that we just met in Tartarus.
Viaki.
Yeah, the
Oh, do you remember him?
He was one of the ones who split me, so to speak.
Oh.
I'm glad to see he isn't doing so well.
Did Keith see me take the book?
Keith would have the
Okay.
memory, so then now he would have it.
Yeah. Okay.
And he did comprehend it as well when you hit. Yeah, so he'd have all the memories of doing that too.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it's Caligar?
Yes.
So Caligar, what is your plan now? Are you going back to where are you going? When we get out of here, I mean.
I don't know.
Hey, Brent. So, you are, pardon my assumption, but you are indeed a fellow wizard, yes?
Yes, I studied in the School of Sanguimancy.
Ah. Nice. Interesting. I imagine you really only have access to your, cantrips, correct?
Oh, no. No. Whatever Keith was casting, I have those as well. And I
Oh.
have other things now.
Well, perhaps when you have time, you might be able to share that trick with me. There's just a lot of stuff to keep in mind with. I mean, that's why I have this spell book. Like, so much of this stuff to prepare and things like that. Can't really cast spells without this spell book for reference.
He unbuttons his robe a little bit and shows you just a hint of his upper torso. And you
Mhm.
see he has spells carved into his skin.
This is a
That's a
spell book.
He's made his flesh his spell book. He just buttons it up again.
Okay, that's a. Ooh, did Melody see what spell did he get?
I'll give you a random spell.
I don't expect him to just. I mean, I imagine he just got a quick glance.
Yeah,
right?
I'll give you a random spell.
Okay. All right.
Tell you what I have on his body. Melf's Minute Meteors.
Minute meteors. Okay. And because it's so complex, Melody probably can't hold all of that data in his head, but I imagine he might recognize some of the glyphs.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a neat trick. Kind of painful, but I can see how your body might be able to work with that.
You could say
Melody
it's a
kind
perk
touches
of
his
studying.
potbelly.
Yeah, you could say it's a perk of studying in the School of Sanguimancy. You can bypass the need for spell books.
Hmm.
And it's kind of why I got kicked out of my school. They didn't like my experiments. They said it went against the laws of magic.
Oh man. I'm just imagining catching this guy taking a bath or something, and he's just got like cloud kill like somewhere written on his ass. Well, it's nice to meet you. I guess we know each other fairly well at this point, considering
Yes.
you are indeed Keith.
Keith, what a weird name.
Right.
I wonder how Keith was sentient and able to speak and do things if my soul was in the ring.
That is very strange. Could your soul have been fractured or something? Is that a thing souls could do?
Maybe.
You did say that you were aiming for some type of lichdom, right?
It could. Oh, yeah. Maybe
So-
Keith was my phylactery.
Yeah.
Weird.
Melody does not laugh and just raises an eyebrow.
Interesting. So, yeah.
Seems like you're up to date on our current predicament.
Do you know what year it is?
Do we?
Oh man, we were stuck in the Undermountain for, I mean,
least a few weeks.
obviously it wasn't too long.
Yeah.
But because we were moving at a pretty quick pace, but keeping that in mind, I imagine because we don't even have access
True.
to the day-night schedules or anything like
True.
that, we haven't a
But-
clue.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, I haven't been here that long. I've only been here a few
yeah.
days.
Oh, okay.
So would I know? I would know what year it was. I'm assuming.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay. No,
No
sorry.
day
Oh,
and
right,
night
because-
in Undermountain, no day and night in Pandemonium.
Planar
Plus,
travel.
planar travel, any
Oh, is
amount
it-
of hours or days or decades can come and go.
Especially if you go to the Feywild.
Yeah, I guess we're kind of, that's a big question mark right there.
All right. Well, before I was sealed away, the Red Wizards were still a thing. Undermountain hadn't been built yet, so that's not right. My timelines are all messed up. They're long and black, and they curl to the back of his head and kind of drape against the back of his neck.
Okay. Cool.
You-
Sorry.
red
I just
skin.
had to,
Pure red eyes, black hair, kind of styled into like a quiff kind of thing.
fucking sweet.
Badass.
He is a Glacia tiefling.
Okay. So yeah, the Red Wizards, they as far as we know, they're all gone.
As far as we know.
Yeah.
Now,
But there were some connections between them and the Mind Flayers. At least that's what we heard from Atakash and Desmond.
I wonder if the Mind Flayers were performing Ceramorphosis on Red Wizards.
Shit. Thinking back, did we see any of those corpses with do we see any of those corpses with red robes if we think back?
No.
Okay.
Interesting. He goes back to, there were none of the corpses in the water because he was there.
Oh, right. That's right.
And he's like, so if it's Ceramorphosis, the Mind Flayers could be old Red Wizards.
It sounds like it would be really bad.
Yeah.
Melody thinks back to one of the items he put in the bag of holding, which is that egg.
Well, where are we going?
Well, I mean, you are up to date. The current, and he puts his hand to his head, plan is to just wait until our planar medallion pendant thing recharges in 23 hours.
That can just get us out of here, though, with plane shift.
Oh, fuck, no shit. That's right. You did mention that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Dude.
Boop.
He's like, but I gotta. He pulls out a tuning fork. I just gotta set it to the right plane. He hits it, and you kind of hear music coming off of it because you have to make the right note.
Yeah.
All right. Should be Pandemonium.
I guess, yeah.
All right.
Gather around, everyone. And Melody's just gonna keep a squint eye at the
Where to
crown.
in Pandemonium?
Let's go back to the inn, I guess.
Bleak Cabal.
Madhouse.
Bleak Cabal. Madhouse. All right.
Oh, are we gonna be able to get in because of that?
Oh right, we
force
can't
field?
teleport in there, can we?
We can.
Yeah, I don't know.
He said if you have permission, you can get in via teleportation magic.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
Okay.
Oh wait,
All right.
fuck. Keith has permission, not.
Right.
You're-
Maybe if
Why
we
don't
just
we go
pop
right
outside.
before?
You know what? We're
Your
gonna pop
Keith.
outside.
Yeah.
That's safe.
Pop outside the gate.
Yeah, I do not want to be disintegrated today.
Yeah. Let's just play it safe. And he casts plane shift, and as he's casting plane shift, he turns the ball's thrown and goes and just flips it the bird. And as you guys plane shift out of there, that's where we're gonna end the session for the week.
Yay.
Oh, that was fun.
That was fun.
How many planes did we hit? 3 or 4 or something. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
4.
We will
I
pick up there next week.
that message that I put down in our group chat, I'm going to pin that, and then we can update those as we
Oh.
learn them if you want.
Good idea. It's a very good idea.
Yes. But thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our return back from our holiday break. Back in Pandemonium after a little excursion through some plains. Getting a book that once belonged to Vecna, maybe.
I don't even, man.
Um,
There's a lot
Is
of things that happened this
Is that
session.
an official item or
Nope.
homebrew?
it is
Oh,
homebrew.
homebrew?
Yep.
Okay.
And I am not adding that to anyone's inventory either.
Okay.
But thanks for watching, everybody. There may be an official item that's part of the book. But thank you for watching, everyone. We'll be back next week with this. But we'll be back in about half an hour or so with Beneath the Tide. Coming back with that whole thing that we left off on. So, good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.